It's in a lot of cases, people just look at like vanity metrics, like likes and comments, but they don't really pay the bill at the end of the day. So what KPIs would you advise people to measure their content marketing strategies, basically?
Yeah. So I've spent a lot of time bothering people like Ricardo and Andre to help me come up with this answer, because I've been struggling with that question for 2 to 3 years.
Right.
But I figured it out, or at least I figured out what works for me.
It's great to hear.
So I measure a couple of things. First of all, I measure total amount of interest generated. So that means anybody that asks me about my service, or if I had a website, anybody that clicks on my website, I would consider them interested. And I add those people to my CRM, which is SalesFlare. Then the next thing I want to measure is amount of marketing qualified deals. So I only accept discovery calls from people that could be a potential fit. So anybody that books those calls, I count them as marketing qualified leads. If I get to the next level by sending them a proposal or a proposal call, I consider them sales qualified leads. So that's another thing I measure. Then I also measure amount of deals closed, obviously, because that's like the #1 thing that counts. And then also the deal size. So how much are these people spending with me? And then also how fast are they spending their money? So that is the sales velocity. But then I also want to say something that I think might be a little bit controversial, is I think those vanity metrics are way more important than people think. So the problem is people chase just the vanity metrics, right? So they're only about getting those likes and those comments and whatever. I'm not saying that's what you're supposed to. No, you're supposed to look primarily at the metrics I just mentioned. But what I've seen from the data I'm gathering and that I want to like bring into the world at some point is that when I get more engagement and more views, I get more inbound leads, and my sales velocity actually goes a little bit faster.
They're related, basically.
They're related, yeah. So definitely they're like, I think the right word is they're leading indicators for the other stuff. So if you're getting more, at the very least, relevant engagement and relevant views, a lot of times there is a business impact there. So I do think for a lot of companies, as part of their marketing arsenal, they should be doing something to get that engagement and get the community going. But they should be careful that it's not the only thing that they're doing.
Right.